So imagine you're in a rainforest area and you see some of the beautiful life forms over there. You point at a colorful parrot and you go like, "Yeah, Dad, I love that. Let's bring it home." So you rip it off its homeland, you rip it off his natural habitat and you bring it home, right? To your place. And there you kind of ask him like, "Come on, do your thing. Be a parrot, but here." That's the only reason I'm making this video is because I came across this nice realization about how different it is to work on something for yourself as opposed to work on something for someone else. Because it tends to come with a bunch of pros and cons, right? So I'm not going to list any of those. I just wanted to state this difference that I came across, which is usually like when it comes from within, you can feel that passion. You can feel it doesn't even feel difficult, even though it's really fucking hard. But to come across those hurdles and overcome those obstacles and everything feels like nice. And when you're at work, for instance, and someone asks you to do the same thing you do, but for yourself, right? Except now you're doing it for the company. That's what's a little bit different. It's like, yeah, you're that parrot in a way. Like, hey, I want you to do the same thing you usually do in your natural habitat, but here, right? That's where you start having a problem with them. You're like, yeah, but I do that my own way. No, no, no. You have to do it our way now because you're with us now. You're working at our company. So you have to do the same thing you usually do, but under these guidelines, under these directions, under these constraints, and you got to do it fast. So there's a whole bunch of, I'm not going to say problems, but like it's a different level of pressure. You're suddenly immersed in this different environment and you didn't count on this, you didn't count on that. And although this may sound as a complaint type of episode, it's not. It's just really me figuring out that holy shit, it is actually true. It's really that different. So, what we usually say when we advise people for their portfolios and stuff, and we give feedback to younger artists who are aspiring to break into the industry and stuff, we usually say, yeah, just do what you love because ultimately you're going to be hired to do just that. Because if that's what you advertise on your social media or your website, whatever you have, then people are going to see that and think, okay, this guy does this, so let's hire him to do this. And if you just happen to do something that you don't really want to do and you advertise that because you think that that's what companies are after, then you're going to be forced to do something you don't like for the rest of your life. I made it sound quite harsh there, not for the rest of your life, but as long as you can handle it, I guess, until one day you get fed up with that and reset. And although that's a whole other episode, but anyway, the point is that yeah, you do get hired to do what you love, but soon enough it gets sort of corrupted and twisted, because they always put something else on it. And I'm not trying to paint companies in a bad spot here, bad light or anything like that. I'm just saying that my general experience has been like, I like to do this stuff for myself without anyone having to tell me what to do with it because I'm ultimately the harshest judge of it all, right? And at work you're not really like, you might be to a certain extent, but then above you there's someone else and someone else and someone else, and it has to go through all these layers to be accepted for your work and everything you've done to get accepted and passed on to the next stage, as opposed to when you're doing it for yourself where you're just you, it's just you, and if you say it's okay then it's okay, if you say it's wrong then it's wrong and you keep working on it. But if at work you say it's wrong and they say, no, no, that's fine because we've got 10 more things to do today. So, yeah, then the quality suffers a little bit. And that's not necessarily what you want. But again, this is tied up to so many complexities of the whole system and the structure and the hierarchy of the company you're working at, which is ultimately just a result of the whole industry, which is a result of the whole society. It goes on, as opposed to you, which is just you, right? You are your own limitations. So yeah, you decide what's wrong, what's right. It's your story, it's your project, it's your title, your book, your painting, your music, your anything. Whatever you're building, it's yours. So yeah, you kind of feel like that parrot at some point, like, bro, these people say they love what I do. And they took me from my homeland, from my rainforest, my natural habitat. They took me from the place where I was just building these worlds and painting these paintings and making this music. And they brought me here saying that I get to do the same thing, but now I'm getting paid. However, there's a catch. The catch is like, yeah, it's almost the same thing. We want you to do it slightly different now. You want to do this, and now you got to do that, and now add this and subtract that, and stop doing it this way, start doing it this way. And slowly but steadily, you morph your work, and not necessarily for the better. I don't know, it's long, but I don't want to make this video too long. It's already 6 minutes, so I'm just gonna wrap it up here and just let you guys know that you should absolutely stay true to yourselves and keep working on the stuff you work on, because there's never gonna be anyone being able to pay you what your work is truly worth. So yeah, thank you.